Hey gang, it's JC and this is the Daily Dose for Tuesday, March 20th, 2012, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Clayton. We have great television archives at the top of the page. We have our eye candy feature right below. And down in the corner, as always, our rock and roll poll question from yesterday. And it goes like this. Claire McCaskill been running these commercials on radio and TV. And the commercials, she keeps referring to the state as Missouri. So we said, does this bug you? And number one answer at 59%, the only acceptable pronunciation is Missouri. Number one answer. Number two answer, candidates should just tailor their messages. In other words, have one version that says Missouri for St. Louis and Kansas City, and then for the outstate places, have another version that says Missouri. Candidates tailor their messages and their campaign promises all the time. 26% of you gave that answer. Another 15% said it won't matter because she's going to get stomped in the general election, and only 0.9% of you said the only acceptable pronunciation is Missouri. And again, you take that poll outstate in Columbia or Jeff City or Springfield, you're going to get a completely different answer. All right, St. Patrick's Day is in our rear view mirror, and what about the luck of the Irish? Do you believe in the concept of luck? Do you believe that there is such a thing? Here are your choices. A, yes, sometimes people just seem to be lucky. B, no, there's never been any proof that luck even exists, and it's a completely irrational concept. Or C, to tell you the truth, with all this excitement, I can't remember, did I fire 6 shots or only 5? A little Dirty Harry for fun there today. Please answer in the corner and we'll have results for you tomorrow. That's the worst Dirty Harry ever. And by the way, that's a paraphrase because I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, and all this excitement, I kind of lost track myself. But being as this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, would blow your head clean off, you got to ask yourself one question. Do you feel lucky? Or do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? Dirty Harry, 1971. All right, let's move on here. Peyton Manning is going to take Tim Tebow's place as the starting quarterback with the Denver Broncos, which proves that in order to become a championship team, the Broncos are willing to sacrifice a virgin. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Oh, and they're thinking now that Tebow might end up with Jacksonville, Miami, or Tampa Bay. But the most interesting scenario is him possibly going to New England to be the backup for Tom Brady. That's that Josh McDaniels connection right there. Let's see what happens. And Jockey, by the way, is sticking with Tim Tebow. He's been doing commercials. 2.5 Men is bringing back Charlie Sheen's character as a ghost, played by Kathy Bates. All right, now let's just do that again, okay? So 2.5, oh, you heard it the first time. She's 63 years old. Here's what's going to happen. John Cryer's character has a minor heart attack, and the ghost of Charlie Harper visits him in the hospital. The episode is scheduled to air on April 30th. It's unclear as to whether Kathy's going to be wearing a bowling shirt, but that would be pretty cool. It's going to make Charlie Sheen's head explode. 1989, you had a big hit movie called Steel Magnolias. I don't know why, but somebody has decided to remake this movie with an all-black cast. You're going to have Felicia Rashad as the Olympia Dukakis character, her daughter as the Julia Roberts character. Sally Field's role is going to be played by Queen Latifah, and Alfred Woodard is going to play Shirley MacLaine's character, and the rest of the people in the movie you've never heard of before, so I ain't going to waste my time with it. Movie is supposed to be out later this year. Disney. About 2 weeks ago, they put out this movie, John Carter. Okay, movie cost $250 million to make and another $100 million to market. People have no idea how much money is spent on marketing a motion picture. $100 million just to market the movie and a $250 million movie. All right, so the opening weekend it makes $30 million. Last weekend it dropped off 55%. Disney, thus, is expected to take a $200 million loss on the movie, John Carter. All right, speaking of movies out on home video today, pay-per-view, Rooney Mara, Daniel Craig, Christopher Plummer, Robin Wright, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. This movie got multiple Oscar nominations. I was blown away by this movie. This Rooney Mara, just a hell of an actress. You talk about immersing yourself into a role. She became that character. I didn't even think I was watching an actress. I thought I was watching this real person who is not shy when it comes to having to do things that 99% of the actresses in this country would probably say, I'm not doing that in a movie, you can forget it. Very, very difficult movie to watch at times, but the cinematography in this movie, well, all that snow and everything, is just unbelievable. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo out on home video today. Also, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, The Sinner with Jonah Hill, which was so bad they didn't even screen it for critics. And also The Muppets with Amy Adams and Jason Segel, all coming out on home video today. George Clooney's girlfriend, Stacy Keibler, reportedly in talks to join the X Factor, probably as a host. Believe it or not, a new study has found that as many as 5% of women have experienced a climax while they are exercising. They're not fantasizing or anything. This is something just physiological that takes place. The researchers aren't exactly sure how or why it happens, but they did find that it's most likely to happen during ab exercises. It reminds me of the old joke about the woman who says, you know, every time I sneeze, I have an orgasm. And the guy said, wow, what are you taking for that? And she says, pepper. All right. For the first time ever, Burger King is not America's second most popular burger chain. McDonald's still number one, but in 2011, Wendy's passed up Burger King, doing about $100 million more in sales. And just because next St. Patrick's Day is 362 days away doesn't mean we have to stop talking about beer. A market research company just released a list of the most liked beers in the United States. Number one is Sam Adams. That's what I used to drink when I drank beer, but I pretty much stopped. I also liked Blue Moon, but that's not on the list. Budweiser is second, followed by Bud Light, Heineken, and Corona. Number 6 is Guinness, followed by Dos Equis, Miller Lite at 8, Coors Light at 9, and Miller Beer at number 10. This according to a new study published in the Los Angeles Times. A new state integrity scale measured state governments by transparency, scandals, accountability, ethics, and dirty politics. Georgia was worst. South Dakota was second worst. Illinois is number 10. Missouri gets a C- and finishes in 15th place. The 10 worst jobs for your lungs. According to the Department of Labor, about 23,000 people developed work-related lung disease in 2008, the last year that the numbers were available. Here are those jobs to stay away from. Construction, manufacturing, healthcare, because of latex gloves, believe it or not, bartending, because some places still allow smoking, textiles, baking. Flour can actually give you an allergic reaction. Auto body repair because of spray-on paints. Transportation because of diesel exhaust. Mining, black lung disease. And firefighting because of toxic chemicals, asbestos, and stuff like that. They say if people would wear masks, it would cut down on a lot of this stuff. All right, Letterman tonight has Jennifer Lawrence. I mentioned that because this is the new big hot movie that everybody under the age of 25 is interested in, The Hunger Games, and she's in it. And also on Leno tonight, Ron Paul and comedian and impressionist our buddy Frank Caliendo. Pretty good show for a Tuesday night. Birthday today, Holly Hunter, 54, Saving Grace on TNT, the voice of the mother in The Incredibles, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? She was in The Piano. Broadcast news. But if you want to see a really good Holly Hunter movie that a lot of people did not see, movie's 20 years old with Richard Dreyfuss and Danny Aiello. It's called Once Around. Rent the movie Once Around. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Also, her buddy from Broadcast News, William Hurt, is 62 today. He was in that movie as well as The Big Chill. Spike Lee, director, 55, real first name Shelton. I'd go with Spike too. And Carl Palmer of Emerson, Lake and Palmer in Asia, 62, he's the drummer. Carl Reiner, the real honest-to-God father of Meathead, Rob Reiner, is 90 years old at 90. Of course, he directed The Jerk, he directed Oh God, and lately he's been in the Oceans movies with George Clooney and Brad Pitt. 20 years ago today, 1992, hard to believe it's that long ago, but Basic Instinct with Sharon Stone came out. I heard it had a pretty big opening. And 9 years ago today, Dumbass invaded Iraq, and he changed his mind about 17 times as to what the mission was in invading Iraq. Since the war began, 4,486 American soldiers have been killed. The war in Iraq is still costing the United States more than $12 billion a month. So let's wipe out Planned Parenthood and food stamps, but let's just keep pumping $12 million into this dopey war that George W. Dumbass started. All right, on Saturday, the Ottawa Senators were playing the Toronto Maple Leafs, and a woman goes out there and proposes. It's a same-sex marriage. Crowd went crazy and they broadcast the whole thing. Hopefully someone will forward this to the Santorum campaign, and this will make his head explode. But you can see video of the same-sex, as far as I know, this has never been done before at a major sporting event, and if it wasn't actually covered and featured. The crowd was into it, the announcer was part of it. It was really, really sweet. And you know, it's just amazing because I think it was 2003 is when Canada, Ontario legalized same-sex marriage in 2003, legalized in all of Canada 2005. So they've had same-sex marriage for almost 7 years now, and I don't see it causing the decline of Western civilization as we know it. All right, back to the rock and roll poll again. Do you believe in luck? We had St. Patrick's Day go by. I'm going to sneeze here in a minute. Okay. Sorry about that, Chief. I'm going to sneeze again, I'm afraid. Answer the rock and roll poll question. We'll have results for you tomorrow. That's it, JC's Daily Dose for Tuesday, March 20th, 2012. Combined to see if this was actual TV, you'd recut this. But hey, this is, you know, this is seat of the pants grassroots broadcasting we're doing here. The Daily Dose for Tuesday, March 20th, 2012, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Clayton. And in the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.